So if you guys are wondering why we started on the floor with this bird, this African gray, it was because first thing unexpectedly this gray flew to the ground and we thought, oh, birds are more likely to step up from the floor anyway, let's just work with what we've got. And then you'll kind of notice that this footage is sort of like spliced together, and a lot of the training sessions were unplanned because we'd be working with another bird in the master class, and then suddenly Ruby would fly and do something to demand our attention, and we would end up working with her. And so that's kind of why it seems, and it is, so random, is our master classes are around 4 hours long, and we just kind of take turns working with each bird, and we were constantly making jokes that Ruby wanted to be worked with, and she was the only bird that wanted to be worked with because she was always demanding all the attention. So just to preface why you're gonna see first thing this bird on the floor, that's why. Hey everyone, meet Ruby. She's a Congo African gray that's 4 years old, and her main problem or struggle is that she has a fear of stepping up because when she was young, going through the fledging age, she was clipped, and so she fell a lot, which resulted in pain. And she wasn't able to trust her own wings or her own body to save herself from falling or people, and so she developed this fear of standing on hands or stepping up at all. So she won't do it from any surface, not from the ground, a perch, her cage, nowhere. So Shawn's actually had a consultation with us before via FaceTime, and we've gone over this, and she was only stepping up with 1 foot as far as putting that 1 foot on his hand. So we taught him to train with the other foot, and now she will place either foot on his hand, but as you can see, she'll do the splits before she actually steps up with both feet. So that is our main struggle today with what we're trying to overcome with Ruby. So enjoy the video. Oh,
good.
well,
Okay.
Good job. It's okay. It's okay.
So
that
what
was
happened?
Progress.
The bird got a treat the instant the second foot came up off the ground. He gave it a treat, let the bird go back. That was a perfect example of how he was able to not blow out this bird's trust. If, however, he picked the bird up and was like, woo, we got it. You guys haven't seen how phobic this bird is of stepping up. So that was a huge step, and it was beautifully done. What do you guys see from the body language now with the gray?
Can I answer or no?
Can't see it?
Can I answer or no? I'm not all
Yeah, you can answer, Jamie.
content.
Yes, so the bird's content. So if I apply a little bit of pressure, this bird doesn't know me, it might become a little less content.
You guys all see the feathers kind of stream?
Okay, now look, she's going towards Shawn.
We're going to offer Shawn.
Okay, so go and offer. Okay, so we're getting closer. And if you guys can't see this, try to position yourself so you can.
See if without moving your hand, she'll to go any further. Come on, body weight.
Okay, so there, the base of the foot came up. All the toenails were still touching, but the entire foot came up, if that makes sense. I mean, we're dealing with little tiny winds here. And if I move any more this way, I'm gonna roll and poop. I'm like holding my breath.
Literally.
Jeez. Okay, so let's take a break for a sec. She's willingly putting up 1 foot, but will not, when it's on a perch, she's got a death grip and into full-on splits. Like, won't let go of the perch. So here, even on the floor, that's a better opportunity because she doesn't have the grip. What Shawn's doing excellent is he's making sure not to just go for it. We may get to a point today where we want to just go for it, but right now, this bird really trusts that it's okay to take it one little step at a time. We're dealing with so much fear from what we assumed was a clipped bird falling and just getting hurt. that we're struggling to get past that, but there was a lot of little tiny wins there. So by creating a little bit of discomfort here, we may be able to get another repetition that may be better. Him leaving would fall under the category of minus punishment. It's not a bad thing, but what it does is it will increase the value of him as a treat later. If we ever use minus punishment on purpose, we always want to follow it up with plus reinforcement of treats. I'm just going to see if there's... Oh. Too much pressure. What would a typical training session look like for you?
Take her out. I'll work on some flight with her to and from her cage to her stand. We'll do some target training, and usually then I'll kind of work on her stepping up. Because she was already comfortable using her right foot, putting on my hand, I've been working more with the other foot to get to that comfort level.
Yeah.
It's definitely, improved. So I just need to put the pieces together,
So what I might see here is that because you've done such a good job training, I'm trying to relay it back to, and I don't know the right words for it. We worked with the Amazon with the lady in Pittsburgh.
Which one?
The one that came in last.
Oh, yeah.
The last one of the class.
Yeah.
And she had a similar issue about her bird wouldn't step up because she had trained so well with just, I think it was just one foot
Yeah,
as
it
well,
was
right?
just putting the one foot on her hand.
And so the
She
trick
thought that was a
became
trick.
1 foot on the hand. Now,
Okay.
it stemmed with this one from fear, but this may be a chance where we want to push a little bit harder.
Okay.
What may happen is we might have a really big breakthrough with that today if she does step up.
Okay.
Click, reward, and immediately let her go back to the perch. So we don't, and I mean have her on your hand for 1 second and put her back. Even if she goes back to the perch to get the treat, that's okay. That was a big win if we do get that. So if at any point you feel like you could push through a little harder, because I felt it here, you're like right there. If you would have lifted, I think you might have got it.
Okay. I know you covered that before. You said, last time I kind of babied her a little much, and with my training sessions after that, I did push, and she responded pretty well to it pretty quickly.
Okay.
So I think that might be.
You're really in tune to her. Like, she trusts you. You read everything.
Okay.
And you're really respectful of what you read.
And so that's one reason why the whole topic of maybe pushing a little harder is happening, is because I trust that you know what your limit is, right? So even though we're giving direction through this, if at any point you feel like, oh, it's gonna backpedal, then don't do it.
Okay.
Ultimately, it's up to you knowing what's best for your bird.
Okay.
But I do think that we are gonna have an opportunity to push and
The relationship
and get
has
that.
room.
Yeah. So this is kind of what we talked about in our family-friendly video 2, where there's a birdie bank account. Every bird, you're putting deposits in their account with good relationships, good trust, good training, and that's what's happening. This bird is not afraid of things. Obviously, she trusts you, and so because that bank account is full, you may afford a quick withdrawal.
Okay.
Like if you have to tell her to put her in a cage, the rest of the relationship has been so great that that's not going to cause the bird to mistrust you forever.
Okay.
Right? So if we have to push a tiny bit harder than you normally would. And again, I say that with understanding that may change in a moment where I can't call it and you have to make that decision. So let's see if in a 2 to 5 minute session you can get her in a routine or get her to potentially try to step up. You guys see that? The foot came up a couple of times.
I can't even begin to describe how long we worked with this bird. Okay, we worked with it for 4 hours, in between other birds. This took so long that I have sped up this footage for you guys. What I'm doing this time is our attempt on the floor, is I've created kind of this wall that I know that she's not upset with. She's still a pretty content bird on the floor. She has nothing to really be scared of. She's not scared of me, but she's also not going to step onto me or initiate interaction with me. I'm pretty much neutral. So I'm trying to make it so that Shawn is more appealing for her to step onto, but what ends up happening is she's just kind of getting irritated with him. And we don't want to make him less, so we eventually back off and just allow her to choose to end this whole interaction and session by giving her a way out. Shawn's kind of blocking her other way, hoping that she'll take the way out by stepping up onto him. And when he backs off, you can see that she just takes that way and she's like, nope, I'm done. I'd rather not hang out with you humans. She does want to interact with Shawn, but this bird will just not step up no matter what we do. He tries to kind of lift and scoot and try all sorts of things, and she's just not having it, and he struggles and struggles and struggles. He's trying to make it so that if she steps up all the way onto his hand, she can reach that treat. Even scooting's not working. We are trying to explain how to use momentum and just lift right up, because you can tell that she really trusts him, but it's a hard concept to explain.
Well,
She's like, that's all I have to do to get that?
slide.
All right, let's, do you want to try one more time? Yeah, I'll give
He's so close.
Okay. She's really excited about it, though.
Yeah. She's like, hell yeah, it wasn't so bad. It's bad enough. Bring her perch over.
And when you get close to it, slowly switch on the spook. Perfect.
I'm going to try to explain what you guys just saw. So she ended up on the curtain. I rescued her. I say that in quotations. I made it easy for her to get out of the predicament she was in by stepping onto me. However, you can see she's not comfortable on me. So I asked Shawn to bring her perch over, because that's going to be her reinforcement for coming to me. So as soon as it's in sight, she is on to that thing, and that is her reward. The crazy thing is, after that flight, we thought, okay, she's going to want to just chill on the perch and hang out and come down from it. But no, she flew again, ended up on the curtain again. So we encouraged Shawn to be the one to save her this time. And so he did. And she was way more content on Shawn. So we encouraged him to keep her there by giving her treats constantly. And then we told him to slow down with the treats and only reward when she looked like she was calm and not paying attention to the fact that she was in this predicament that she was a little bit uncomfortable with. We were super happy about it. Shawn was super happy about it, but we finally wanted to slow down and see how content we could get her to be on him and receive a treat at the same time.
That's pretty chill right there. Okay, so same thing. We're going to wait for that again.
Does she know the head shake?
Dance.
Oh.
Weak.
I saw it, I was like,
Dance.
Good. All right, go to put her on the perch, and you don't need a treat on the perch because that's already really rewarding.
Right.
Awesome.
yay,
Cool.
Shawn! Look, we're trying to train with other birds, okay?
Cool. So yeah, have a seat. That was.
Cool.
Yeah, that was good.
That's why we always say every interaction is a training session. You're going to increase the chance of good behavior or decrease the chance of good behavior. Since that's behavior we wanted, the reason that we want the food motivation, we don't want you to take the bird out unless there's the right motivation level. Because you might have a breakthrough opportunity like that, where that would have been wasted if the bird was full.
Right.
Right? There would have been very little reinforcement because the value of the treat over get away from a hand, there's no comparison. But if the bird has a right motivation level of a training level 4 that we'd refer to as, then that was pretty reinforcing to get the treat. And you saw that once we had that breakthrough, you didn't walk around with the bird. We sat there until we got calm, and then it started reinforcing calm, and then misdirection by, hey, you're on my hand, but I'm cueing you another trick. So that becomes, you're combining all these familiar things with the bird and pairing it with being on your hand. Seeing that now, if you get another step up, do the same thing, maybe not as many treats the next time,
right,
because that needed that many, but the next time, do it a little bit less of a jackpot, and then start cueing other behaviors that she can do from your hand, so that
And extending the length of time.
no longer thinking about, oh crap, I'm on your hand.
Right.
She's like, oh, what else? You want me to do this? You want me to do this? And you could see how all of a sudden she got more comfortable when you asked different things.
Yeah.
So, and then yeah, as Jamie said, you want to extend the amount of time she will be here. So you establish that she's going to step forward. Once she does, see what happens if you push towards her with her foot, while you're still gently holding it.
Okay.
You're trying to hold it up.
That's what we call premature clicking.
Yeah.
Held it
I'm like seeing it in my head. Oh, man.
So, an observation, while you're holding the treat, had you continued to hold the treat, which ends up when she grabs it, you're holding her beak a little bit too, use that as a third hand to help lift her up.
Okay.
I think if you would have done it in that repetition, you would have had it.
Okay.
Yep, and push in and lift. Oh. So, rather than just pushing straight in, try to push and scoop up.
Okay.
She's really receptive, so that's why we're pushing how we are.
Okay.
Put that in.
So are you going for like the same timing of the?
Yeah.
You're going for
Okay.
the scoop. Okay.
I don't know how to.
Like coordinate it with like all
We
one
need.
motion.
Yeah. We need. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as it's powder poof. And don't feel like you have to actually give me a clicker.
Okay.
Fired. I just want to do it. I know I could get it, but
I know. You can't though. She doesn't like you.
story of my life. Okay, so right there, we lost a little trust.
Okay.
Go trigger something, cue something that you know she's good at and can do easily.
Okay. Dance. Dance. All right.
Just regain the trust,
Okay.
change her mind from like, she knows what you're trying to do now, I think.
Why don't you ask
I'm
her
gonna-
to do some easy stuff? So of course, because we take a break, we pay attention to other birds, Ruby decides to fly at some point. So she lands in this windowsill area and Shawn is able to go over, offer his hand, and she steps up great. So we are finally finding really, really, really extremely uncomfortable places that she ends up where she is actually willing to step up onto his hand. So again, we give treats. We encourage her to stay there longer. We wait for calm. Now she looks totally cool, calm, and collected on him. We're kind of laughing about the fact that this is the only way this bird will step up. We try to work on this flat countertop, but she's really uninterested, and even with all the bribes, she's like, nope, no thanks. And while Shawn is trying to walk her back to her perch, she ends up flying onto the floor again. So this is a hard concept to explain. What I'm trying to get Shawn to do is to place his hand in a spot where she will step up onto it to get out of the situation that she's in. So she will find his hand as the most convenient place to go and will choose to do it. So here we end up kind of working together. I'm trying to explain and encourage, and we end up each with a foot. So I pass my foot off to Shawn the rest of the way, and she's a little bit like, what just happened? Takes her treat, drops it, gets startled, and takes off, and literally ends up right back at the same spot.
Like there have been times like if she's out, like let's say I go to the room or somewhere else, like she'll fly off to come and find me. Like she's just
She's like, well, now that you're here.
yeah.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
You want to go and almost like, almost hold her. Bring your arm against yourself, going left to right, and then Shawn, go and reach him when you're ready.
Oh yeah, I went under his hand, so when she reached for that 1 foot for me, you got it.
Oh, okay. So go and do that again.
Because it's been me transferring that other foot to you.
Jamie, just do the same thing on your hand on both sides. There you go.
Do you have one?
Yep.
I have one. I'm trying to
I'm sorry.
She's desensitized, it's fine.
Don't feel
She's chill about everything else.
It's just the hand. Should we give her a treat? Should we take him on?
I think we might be done.
Whew.
So,
Last one.
Let's-
to end on and-
yeah, we'll have to pick her up anyway to get her put back.
Right.
So let's go and do one more, then we'll give her jackpot in the cage.
Looks like she wanted more pets from you, actually. That time.
Yeah, she doesn't like getting head scratches.
Same side. Like you holding her wings almost made a big difference.
She's like a very chill chicken, like pigeon. Like,
See how much quicker that was?
Yeah, that was
I can't really get it.
Alright, so guys, so just go slowly and we'll put her back in the cage. And
Alright.
That's why they
that was a really good one.
One of my favorite things about the master classes is when people email us or get in contact with us somehow and give us a follow-up or an update on how their bird's doing from the last time that we saw it. Shawn was one of those people that immediately updated us and sent us the following email. It says, "Hi, I just wanted to give an update with Ruby's progress. She finally got it and has learned to step up. Ironically enough, the same foot she never wanted to move is the one she now gives first. I applied what Dave advised in regards to moving my hand up and in as she reached up for the treat while on her perch. After a few repetitions, she now actually steps forward and up onto my hand. I seriously cannot thank you both enough. Without your expertise and insight, I'm not sure I would have figured this out. You're the best. Thank you, Shawn." So Shawn, thank you for actually applying the information. It is so exciting to see that kind of progress. And Shawn was nice enough to send some video to accompany this letter, and I'm so excited to share it with you guys. After everything that you saw in this video, all the confusion and probably questions you had of what the heck were these people doing? What were they trying to accomplish? And I have to say, it's probably the first masterclass that Dave and I struggled with knowing something really well, being able to do it ourselves, but having a very hard time conveying the method and teaching somebody else how to apply it. So this was a challenge for us. Thank you, Shawn, and it was very entertaining. Check out this footage.